Well, I'm going to drop you a couple interesting tidbits on this video. I think, that's really what I try to do. I just try to convince things, give it to you in a nonchalant way. First off, Putin obviously is not going to be going with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, he could pretty much, he's got her butt of cojones, more or less, if you want to put it that way. He has the goods on her with all the emails that the Russian Federation has hacked and North Korea has hacked into her servers and also China. But the thing is, Hillary's a loose cannon. You really don't know what the hell. She's unpredictable. Her finger on a nuclear button would be like ridiculous. I know they're trying to spread that Donald Trump is mentally unstable to be president now. They're trying to bring that issue up. Not an issue. It's not an issue. They're just trying to freaking make him look bad. Absolutely not true, but absolutely very true of Hillary Clinton. She is mentally unstable to the max and a bad pathological liar. Here's a younger picture of Vlad. You just remember, though, the guy's no teddy bear. He came from the KGB. He's a dictator. The thing is, there's loads of people, I'm going to tell you right now, throughout the world, whether they're elected or not, and I don't know how I know there's a lot of things going on in Russia that behind the scenes. Um, but a younger picture, he looks so much, he reminds me of that guy Han Solo from The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the famous spy on a TV show way back when. But he is a tough mofo, and he's not, the cuddly image they give you, it's all there for public image. But on the opposite side, the guy doesn't want war. War is bad for business. He doesn't want that. He's not going to allow himself to be stepped all over and his country to be stepped all over. But he doesn't want war. So he'd rather be dealing with Trump. So I mean, they're kind of like, this is a good picture here, more or less. Now Hillary, she flat out called Vlad a Adolf Hitler. She's against Russia all the way. She's a hawk to the max. From somebody who's never really done anything, she's never done anything herself. She doesn't even drive her own car. She never washed her own clothes since, I don't know, maybe she was in college in a dorm room. She doesn't do anything, It's like, but she'll be real quick to push the war button. Um, Now I'm going to tell you this. I think what's going to happen here in the near future. Now you remember how Russia leaked those emails that the election was stolen from Bernie Sanders. Just at the right time when we were going to the Democratic National Convention, and how Debbie Wasserman Schultz was all involved, and actually, and I'm going to tell you, it's amazing how black people are being fooled by Clintons. Man, oh man. I guess it's true. Well, it's true to anybody. Um, whatever your background is, those are the people you like the most because that's what you are, right? You'd have to be self-hating. So a white person, even if they're trying to be really fair and square, is definitely going to kind of tend to be leaning towards their kind, you know. But not to say that they're against everybody else, but it's just something that's just innate in nature. Whatever you're born, if you're okay with yourself and you're okay with your background, you kind of favor people of your own kind. It's just the way it is. Accept the fact, right? But in case of Hillary Clinton, she really does hate black people. There's no doubt about it. She's been really, really against black people a lot. Now, I put stuff out about Confederacy, but man, that's not anti-black. Just that's a propaganda thing that the New World Order likes to play the game. I wish kind of some black people would jump on that Confederacy bandwagon even if they modify the flag. And because to me, it's something like, hey, the hell with the BS. Fight the power. We're independent. We could do our own thing. It's kind of how I look at it. You know, I don't look at it even as a Southern traditional thing. Just about ad lib on that. Now the other thing is Donald Trump. He probably is pro-gun. I think he was highly influenced by his sons. I wish Vladimir Putin was more pro-gun, and I want to put some more specific videos out to that. Um, you know, I'm not. I really am for. You know, it's like I've been critical of Putin in the past quite a bit, but it's like I know he's a dictator. I mean, come on. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday, but um, man, I wish he would. I wish he allowed more of the Russian people to have like carte blanche with weapons, all of them. What the hell, man? It's a Russian nation. Defend it, right? You probably won't have to spend as much on the military then. and nobody can come in there as an outsider and tell anybody what to do because it's their land. I agree with that principle no matter where the hell you are, right? Uh, Trump, I think Putin's going to get along with him pretty good. And Trump is going to be somebody that's actually going to avoid war. But, I think the situation is actually probably beyond him. And they definitely aren't going to try to steal the election. I mean, they stole the elect. I mean, those leaked emails by Russia. They're bitching about. The Russia leaked hack. The Russia trying to find a hacker that leaked the emails about from the Democratic National Convention. But you know, the FBI is and all that kind of garbage. Man, I'm like, God, you guys are really making me want to puke when you're doing that type of stuff. But the whole thing is, it showed the reason that Putin leaked them, or the Russians leaked them, whatever. Maybe Putin didn't. I guess he did. Really, was Putin did. It's because they're trying to show, that Bernie had the election stolen from him in 11 states. I know Bernie won by a landslide in California, man. I mean, I didn't live in California forever. I mean, lived there over 3.5 years. Well, actually, when I was in the Marine Corps, but I mean, I had a good cross section. Was going around on my bike. I saw a lot of people at different places all throughout Southern California on my motorcycle, and man, the attitude down there is, man, they sure would hate a person like Hillary. Not, they might be thinking that first woman president. Now, she's not a woman. She's a beast. She's a died in establishment Wall Street freaking clone, man. That's all she is. Now, the other issue is Hillary. I know I put this out before. She's got some major health issues. Now, you probably can't see it in this picture because I was trying to find a picture of her tongue close up that I can use for, the video here. I couldn't. It's just like, I think they're like, I'm not sure if they're good for, YouTube use or whatever the hell it is. So I had to use, I always got to use pictures that are like for commercial use, right? And you really can't see it in this picture, but she's got like either a hole in her tongue or a tumor or something like that. Either it was, they suspect either it was a biopsy or it's cancer or it was a tumor and was taken out. Now, obviously, Hillary Clinton is a, lesbian, right? And Jennifer Flowers, um, per her book a long time ago, she stated she was telling Bill Clinton, Bill, I'm hearing rumors that your wife is having affairs with women, and Bill laughed. This is according to Jennifer Flowers. Bill laughed and said, he laughed, and she goes, "What are you laughing about? God, she likes, going down on a woman eating the Y more than I do." so, so obviously she's got, she's probably got some kind of STD and in the tongue, and then it led to cancer. And of course, all that stuff's curable umpteen times over, but I'm not going to tell her how to do it. Haha. So for all you people out there to think I'm slut shaming, I'm not. You better admit what you say on YouTube, man. Somebody's gonna kill you, man. You know, either I'm slut shaming, or I'm being against the whatever the hell, man. That's another story. But let me put it this way: this the fact that not only Democratic leadership, but also much of the Republican leadership is behind her, and most of the big money is behind her, tells me America is extremely weak because she's stupid. She's a bad liar. She doesn't even know how to cover her tracks. Um, and another thing is I could not believe even how Obama, when he released that birth certificate on the White House, man, how lousy a forgery that was. And even they put like, even if they do something in Photoshop, you should print the document and scan it again so you can't see all the layers you put in Photoshop. No, the guy put up the raw document. Man, these people are dumb. These people are dumb. And the fact that they've been in politics so long, that means they can't really produce. They're good bullshit artists, but they can't produce. You ask anybody in the private sector, the worst people to hire are the ones that come from the government. Why? Because they don't produce. They're not. It's like they turn out to be the worst employees. As a matter of fact, if you even ask people that are in charge of like the unemployment or reemployment, whatever the hell it is, the ones that they have the most trouble with trying to place into jobs are people from the government because they're they I mean they got like the 3 hour a day work ethic work ethic and they get paid for 8. And Hillary, she doesn't do anything. She's just like, I'm God and all this kind of shit. It's a big act. She's a lousy actress though. And that's another thing too. I mean, if you're gonna freaking scam, I mean, you gotta better know how to scam. She does not know how to scam. That's another thing. Now, the fact that Hillary has this tongue problem, that means probably Uma has a problem too. And I guess that's what you get for dealing with that stuff. Yes. Oh well, lady. It comes around, goes around, as they say in the swinger circles, and you're a bit of a swinger there, Miss Banana Suit, whatever the hell your name is, Hillary Clinton. And that's what happens. So now, obviously, I think every STD out there in the world is curable, and I've actually put. Actually, I'm not really that religious. I don't really give a damn what people do. If Hillary, if Hillary was had to have 25 lesbian girlfriends, and she was going to be the first woman president, and she just you had to have a new lesbian girlfriend with her every time, every day, and she was actually for the people and not a dictator and not an egotistic piece of crap. I mean, if she's, what I mean? I'm not really like conservative, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit. That's another thing. People pissed. I heard people say to accuse me that I was pissed off because Obama was a black president. I was pissed off that he was a black president because I was putting out pro-Confederate videos. I don't give a shit. I said many times I'd rather have freaking Mike Tyson. I mean, he's not really qualified. You know what I mean? You'd be like, they're gonna knock him out by nukes. I mean, I respect the guy. I don't respect Obama, but actually, I dislike Hillary a hell of a lot more. And I don't give a damn. Michelle's a tranny. I don't care. I'm not really like that conservative, man. I don't really care about that. Actually, it's not the government's function to freaking bother with that kind of stuff, instill morality in people. Government's function is just to basically do the least possible that, in other words, the government's supposed to like defend the nation, do things in America that you have to do that for regulate things with trade between the states, maybe the Interstate Commerce Act, things like that with the highways, right? I mean, the government should just get the hell out of the school system. The government needs to get the hell out of the environment. Government needs to get the hell out of every damn thing practically. We can go down to 1/10 the size of our government. And if I had a lesbian, 12 STDs in the White House, I wouldn't care. I don't give a shit what she did, man. But that's not the case with Hillary. So that's not my beef with her, and that's not my beef with Obama either. And I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn if he's Omar Mohammed Obama too. I don't even give a damn if he's that. He doesn't give a. These people don't care about the people. They're scumbags. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you flat out how I think. A lot of people might disagree with that. I don't like that. Now, I mean, I realize why she chose Uma. Uma's about 30 years younger than her, and that was the whole deal. But I don't know, Uma, you got a problem now. I think with Hillary with her hole in her tongue. So, and YouTube, I'm not. Don't go freaking gigging me on this shit because you guys are freaking get too strict sometimes. I'm telling you, really. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing over there. What are you reading the Bible all day or something? Anyway, freaking time, man. I don't think it's them. It's like just some Christian gigging me for this crap. I'm like, you can't be saying that. Ooh, God, man, what the hell's the matter with you people? Anyway, but like I said, like you can't. The government's job isn't to legislate morality either. You want to drink, you want to smoke, you want to freaking do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. You want to screw around? Yeah, you know what I mean. You want to do whatever you want? Fine. You know what I mean? Right? Like Hillary, I don't care what the hell. I don't give a damn about your lifestyle. Fine. I don't care if Obama's married to Michael Obama, whatever. Used to be a tranny. Fine. I never knew that until I watched the YouTube video and I got totally convinced he was a tranny. Especially when Joan Rivers told us she was a tranny and then she got killed for saying it. Right? I mean, I don't care about that stuff. I mean, I'm not too freaked out about it. I'm not freaked out about it at all. What I'm freaked out about is these people are freaking control freaks, man. We're like insects compared, they think of us as insects. They don't care. Trump does give a shit, man. I tell you the truth, he does. I don't know what the hell he can do about it. Stay alive would be number one. He probably needs to replace the Secret Service with the KGB. It'd probably be safer. Tell you the truth, right? Honestly, right? What do you think? That's freaking so screwed up. I mean, I wouldn't really go that far to say do that, but I'm really worried about Trump. Actually, I even said that one of the games they're playing right now, they're trying to say Trump is mentally unfit or mentally unstable to be president. Actually, that's Hillary Clinton to the max. Um, but they can do stuff to Trump, and the fact that I'm telling you this here, don't go thinking I'm giving them any ideas. Is that they already know this shit. You can have a cup that he picks up, and there could be a substance on it, especially with a little DMSO, that's minute trace of psychotropic drugs, and it can make them be just a little more irrational, and then the major media can play up any little thing he says one way or the other and hammer the hell out of him. As a matter of fact, I think if Trump wins, I know he'd win by a landslide if the elections aren't rigged. But say he wins, because I'm not sure how they're going to rig in these elections. Um, they're going to crash the economy, man, because one of his big things was make America great again, and I'm here to win, and they're going to crash the hell out of the economy if he wins. I can almost guarantee it. I kind of think it's going to happen anyway. Now I've seen on other channels they're talking about that by October 2nd, it's definitely going to be a crash and all this kind of crap. I don't think so. I think the reason they're not going to do that is because they want Hillary to win, and they're not typically if they have a crash before the elections, the incumbent party loses, and they're really betting really hard on this crazy thing. So, but again, that tells me the elite are they're weak. They really are. I mean, I don't know what the hell I call them the elite for. They're idiots. They're idiots, man. It's crazy broad too, man. I tell you what, I don't know what the hell's wrong with her, man. Um, she's something freaking wrong with her. But yeah, the problem is she went to college. That's probably what it is. She got brainwashed. She used to be a conservative Barry Goldwater girl, and Daddy sent her to college, and she turned into an idiot. That's what happened. That's what happened. She's easily influenced. Probably, who the hell knows? Maybe she could be easily influenced today. Who the hell knows, man? This chick is out there. I can tell you that right now. So, and the Muslim Brotherhood, whatever the hell her name is. I don't think she's so hot, though. I tell you, oh god, I like blondes better, but not like Hillary. Eh. Well, Hillary would have been probably pretty good about 30 years ago. But, she's over the hill. She's over the mountain. She's over the hill and the ocean and the mountain. She's way over there. And, she's got because, that's what she likes. So, anyway, just telling you, expect this, and to summarize, because, I don't know, did I mention this? Because I've been skipping around. Um, I expect that Vlad is going to release emails about the Clinton Foundation before she gets elected, or tries to get elected. Let's say she doesn't get elected, to try to screw her up. That was one of the things I meant to talk about on this video, and I didn't get to it till the end because I get sidetracked a lot. And I like to jump around because sometimes, why should I put out, I'd probably more attention grabbing and more money making to put out a bunch of 2-minute videos telling you something and get all the giddy minds, but you probably got a lot of different aspects of things just from this one video. But I think Vlad, since the Russians were the ones that put out about proving that the Democratic National Convention was the primary was rigged. and Bernie had the election stolen from him, which is amazing that he's kissing her up to her because he probably got paid. And the next thing I think is coming out is there's going to be there's going to be emails leaked about the Clinton Foundation itself and the money she took and everything. I think Putin's going to do his job to try to get Trump elected. Just hope Trump stays alive. I mean, I'm not expecting. He's probably going to be better than any president we had in a long time because I could tell you, I don't like the Democratic presidents like Clinton, Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter. No, I didn't like Johnson. But honestly, I didn't really like George Bush. Herbert Walker Bush was pretty cool because he kicked Saddam Hussein's ass. And I didn't really like Nixon, not for the freaking White House tapes and the Watergate burglary, but price controls, détente with China. I can't drive 55, tricky dick. It's 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. I don't like him for that shit. I was like, what do you get? What are you doing that shit for? You're not the dictator. What's this 55 shit? Of course, the cops in Arizona all ignored that. So if you're a Christian, pray for Uma. pray her, pray Hillary's evil tongue didn't do her in. So anyway, I don't really give a shit about Uma. To tell you the truth, I don't care. I know Christians want to pray for something. I don't know. Anyway, so there we go. You know, pray for world peace, but that ain't gonna happen if Hillary gets in. It might happen if Donald gets in, but I think there's other nefarious forces going on. The president, like when the president tries to buck too many people, he winds up like JFK, which is I think the same thing would happen with JFK Jr. That was an assassination too because he found out exactly who killed his father, and he was spilling the beans on that. And we all know it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald, and we know it wasn't the Russians weren't involved in that with the JFK assassination. And I think JFK Jr. was going to run against Hillary Clinton in the Senate, and guess what would have happened there? Hillary had never been senator. But obviously she is dumb. She's dumb because she has not done anything actually successful, even when she was handed the reins of government, basically, like with the Secretary of State. She's been a disaster. Not just Benghazi, but Syria, and also with Gaddafi. Policies with after Gaddafi was killed, and also even when she was New York State senator from New York State, she never introduced any bills of any that there was 9 bills that she co-sponsored that passed. But 8 of those 9 bills were like nothing bills, like renaming something to something, or they were just BS. You know what I mean? They weren't like changing a real law. So she's going to be extremely ineffectual president, except for in a way maybe she should get elected because maybe that's what if she gets elected, man, I'm going to figure. Well, let's see what the American people do about it. She gets elected. I mean, I don't really think it's the end. I just think it's the end for the weak. That's really what I think it is. So, but she might not. She shouldn't. She won't get elected if the elections aren't rigged like crazy. But I know they're going to try to rig them. So, and you know how that deal works. So anyway, but look for Putin to release emails on the Clinton Foundation between now and the elections. That's going to prove to the American public this bitch took many big bribes from foreign governments against the American people. But of course, I don't even want to call these people liberals, but you know how to use the word liberal? I'm a liberal, to tell you the truth. You really realize I am a liberal? I mean, liberal means I don't give a damn what the hell you do. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not going to bitch about it. You do what you want. I don't give a damn. It's not my affair what you want to do. You mean I don't do drugs, right? I don't smoke. I don't drink. If you want to do drugs, you want to smoke, you want to drink, I'm not going to regulate your life. Do what the hell you want, right? That's the way. That's a real liberal. That's really the way you should be. You don't need to be freaking putting a hammer down on other people and getting in their lives. But they took that word and they changed it into something else. Today, when they're talking about liberals, they're really communist dictators. That's what the hell they are. They're social engineers. They're not even like socialists for the common good. They are myopic. What do you call those things? Micromanagers, managing society and taking the biggest cut for themselves. That's what you call a liberal. Nah, it ain't a liberal. Anyway, over that, and let's hope everything's okay with Mr. Trump. And yeah, I would like to see his wife in the White House too. That'd be kind of cool. So big change from this past. And yeah, I mean, I can rag on. Yeah, even though Michelle Obama is a tranny, she does look better than some of the other women that were in the White House that are real women. I'll say that. But God, some of these people get all bent out of shape because, well, you know what it is. Some of the black people get mad because, you know, honestly, Michelle is a tranny, man. She is. I mean, I'm not saying that because I don't like Obama because he's black or something. I don't even give a damn. She's a tranny. She's a communist, man. That's what's wrong with her. you know. Um, but actually, even as a tranny, she looks better than some of the other stuff that we had before. You know. I'm not mentioning any names, but last name starts with a B. you know what I mean? All right. And it'd be welcome to have a Melanie in the office because actually, I mean, if they want to have a woman for president, maybe Melanie could be the president, right? That'd be cool. All right, over now. I spoke enough.